All right. Leading off, we're going to start with Ronel Blanco from the Astros, who got a 10-game suspension for sticky stuff on his glove. No, he's not going to appeal it. So this is what happened: was it's actually found out that it was rosin that he had put on his glove. And after the first inning, they checked it. They said it wasn't egregious. But after like the third inning, it had started to build up kind of on his glove, which I guess is against the rules. The rosin bag can only go on your bare hand. The rosin bag cannot make contact with the ball. It cannot make contact with the glove, or you can't have a buildup on the ball or the glove. So he gets tossed. And I mean, do you have an issue with it? I mean, it's the rosin. It's the stuff that they put out on the field. Like, it's not like it's spider tack or pine tar that he's bringing out there himself. It's the stuff you're providing on the field mixed with his sweat, which is what rosin is made to do.
Well, no, I guess if that's the rule, though. Like if the rule is that it's for your hands, right? You said that was the rule. There's no buildup allowed on the glove, no buildup allowed on the ball. Like I can't imagine, like you can't plead ignorance to this anymore if you're pitching. Like this is like what, the third year that they're doing this, like umpire every couple innings checking, right?
Yeah.
As you're coming off the field. We've seen this is what, the third year, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, the rules. Like the rules are the rules. Like I don't, it's really hard to plead ignorance and be like, okay, like he didn't know. Like you got to know. I mean, it's your job to know. I do think it's a dumb rule considering it is the substance that they provide to you in order to keep, like, what kind of advantage are you getting from building that up on your glove? Like, how is that any different? Like, are you truly getting an advantage rather than going to the rosin bag every batter? Like, I don't understand.
You can.
So you can what?
You can get an advantage by building it up on your glove. So Nick's favorite guy, Trevor Bauer, did a whole thing on rosin. And what a lot of these guys were doing is they would either build it up under their cap or on the glove, and they'd wipe the sweat off their forehead, mix it with the rosin they had stashed somewhere to give them the tack on their fingertips, and then grab the ball. The rosin is designed to like absorb the sweat off your hands and give you some texture. But when you actually mix sweat and rosin and make like a paste, it becomes almost like spider tack. So that's what a lot of these guys do is they'll wipe the sweat off their brow, mix it with some of the rosin they've got somewhere else, arm, glove, hat, and they'll basically create their own sticky stuff.
And that's different.
That's likely what he was doing by having the buildup on the glove.
So that's different than wiping your brow and then picking up the rosin bag?
Yeah, because when you just put the rosin on your hand doesn't hold that much moisture, so it just kind of dries things out. When you actually mix sweat in repeatedly and build like a paste out of the rosin,
gotcha,
that's when you get like a sticky stuff effect.
Okay. Well, then that's the rule. Then that's the rule. Then I don't have a problem with the suspension. Then, I mean, if you know you're not supposed to do it, if we're in year 3 of this and you know that that's the rule, I mean, that's why he's not appealing it.
Right.
Right. I mean, if this was year 1 and he truly didn't know, I mean, that the appeal would already be underway.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have appealed immediately.
He got caught.
The article I read, it said the manager just said he wants to focus on getting back to pitching. So instead of dragging out the appeal process, which takes, another 2 weeks and then serve your 10 games, it's a mess. Yep. So sit miss your 1 start and come back after the 10 game and he's fine. But it's just, I don't know. I get it. Like not stashing it somewhere or building it up on your glove. I was like, but it's the stuff that you're providing. It's not like it's Michael Pineda and you got the pine tar smear on your neck that you're going to all the time. Like it's
talk about bleeding ignorance too. He was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, there's nothing on my neck.
I got no idea.
Like, I mean, man, I don't know. It's like that's the stuff you provided. Who's
that guy from the 90s
MLB
with the nail file in his back pocket. And they went down through it as he was like emptying his pocket.
Yeah. It's a double-edged sword from MLB because you give the guys rosin, you encourage them to use it so that they can keep a grip, and then when they find a way to use it better, you punish them for it. So like I hear what you're saying, Sean. Like you're giving this to the guys. Like you can't punish them for using it, but at the same time, like the players are smart and they figured out the workaround to get a better product out of that by doctoring it. And
No.
it's like where do you draw the line? You know, do you
Well,
want?
no, I don't know if that's that much of a gray area. I mean, these are the things you're allowed to do with it. These are the things you're not allowed to do with it. Like you take that into the classroom. Every kid has Chromebooks, and if you are using your Chromebook to cheat on a test, you are using the material that I gave you, and you're using it in a way that you know you're not supposed to use it. That's like that would be like no teacher's gonna be like, well, okay, I guess you can cheat because it's the Chromebook that I gave you. Like, no, you are allowed to use it for certain things, and then other things you're not. Like, I get that. I don't think that's that much of a gray area. But I mean, if it's written in the rules that you can't do that, then you can't do that. I get like that. I get. I have no problem with the suspension.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
And MLB's got to take the approach of if he's got to build up somewhere, he's probably doing that whether we can prove it or not. So you kind of have to address it because I think it's at the point where MLB has basically said, hey, look, here's the line, and we're not going to mess around with where the line is. We're going to draw the line, and that's it. And if you cross it even a little bit, we're going to treat you just like everybody else.
Yeah.
But now at the same time, you look at the start that Ronel Blanco has had. Has he been doing this all along and just didn't get caught? Like it now makes you wonder, like, has he really burst onto the scene as this really, really good major league pitcher, or has he been cheating for 6 weeks and he just finally now got caught? I'll be curious what he looks like when he comes back.
Same.
You know, if he's back to being a mediocre pitcher, then you're going to know that, okay, well, he was gaining an advantage and he had a great 6-week run.
Yeah. But it was interesting to see the umpires immediately take his glove right off the field. Like they pretty quarantined it. It was like, oh, well, okay, there it goes. Bye. Start breaking in a new one, dude, because this one's going away like crazy. But
well, that was like the days of the Albert Bell corked bat where the umpires put it in the umpire room and Jason Grimsley broke into the umpire's room to take it away. Now these guys literally they lock this stuff up in the umpire's room behind. I think it's in a safe, so it can't be taken, and then they submit it to MLB.
It's crazy.